Alright, darlings, so someone asked me to do a get ready with me video, so I decided, since I'm getting ready for my last meet of the year, of the 2016 calendar year, this would be perfect get ready with me. I ran last night in Brussels. Not quite happy with, sorry, I'm just jumping right into it. Not quite happy with the results. Satisfied with having a good season. I was certainly hoping to run a little bit faster, especially with my performance in Paris. I was consistently in the 50 points this year, so I have to be pleased with that. There were a lot of wins along the way this year. We'll go back and look over the year and decide, what changes need to be made, what will we keep as such, and go from there. So I'm now in Newcastle. I'm going to run a 150 meter street race, so a little bit of fun to end my season. Actually, let me tell you guys a little bit about how I got into makeup, specifically doing my makeup for track meets. Oh no. I went to the University of South Carolina, where Curtis Fry was my coach. He was the head coach at the university, and he made it a point to be very strict with us about how we presented ourselves. And he, particularly when we were traveling, when we went to track meets, when we had not galas, but banquets. When we would travel, we had to travel in business casual attire. And of course, when we had banquets, we had to dress up. He was always, and still is, very passionate about young black men and women representing themselves accordingly. But when we used to go to track meets, we would have our little meetings, and he would tell us, fellas, don't come downstairs without your hair lined up, your hair cut. Ladies, make sure you look pretty. I wouldn't say that he suggested that we wear makeup, but have your face clean, be presentable. So I'm sorry. I guess getting dolled up for competition. And then when I turned pro, I was pro. This is my job. And one of the things that I always tell people is that even if I were working a traditional job or career, we all have, to dress the part. We have to go into work, whether you're a lawyer, a teacher, a clerk, whatever you do, there's something that's appropriate for your job. And so me, I'm on TV. So of course, I'm a little vain. I would like to be presentable on TV, as well as, I also feel like look good, you feel good, you run good. I've certainly gotten some backlash over the years, if you will. Some people seem to think that I'm a little bit more focused on that than my actual running, which is crazy, because as much as we share on the internet and on social media, some people feel like they know your life, or they can just say whatever the heck they want to say to you. But I guess it comes with the territory. But honestly, the whole routine of doing my makeup before going out to competition, believe it or not, every athlete has their thing that they do to sort of, I call them positive distractions, to kind of take your mind off of, getting ready to go into war or the battlefield, whatever you want to call it. And doing my makeup, for me, is one of those things. It gives me something to do with my hands. Today I'm not, but I usually would be listening to music as I do this. So it's part of my ritual and part of my, getting ready for what's to come. So while a lot of it is vanity, there is a little bit of calming behind it. When I started doing it, no, it wasn't something that I thought I would get as much attention as I have gotten for it, especially because I'm not the only girl who wears makeup on the track. Trust me, lots of athletes wear makeup. I remember before I even went to South Carolina watching Siobhan Stoddard and Mickey and Lisa Barber, and you know, I know that they wore makeup too when they competed, but I guess I tend to wear like loud lipsticks, and sometimes I'll do like a bold eyeliner, so I can see why mine, you know, draws some attention. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of people also forget that track and field, like every other sport, is still entertainment. People tune in to be entertained. So while, you know, I'm out there doing my job, and I take my job very seriously, I'm also aware that I am somewhat your entertainment. And some of entertainment is looking good. You know, what lipstick is she gonna wear? How long are her eyelashes this week? What hairstyle is she gonna have? And, you know, I like switching it up. I think it's fun to kind of switch it up. I won't say be a different person, but it's always fun when people kind of give a double take, like, oh, Tosh? Like, yeah, it's me. I know I look a little different, but yeah, loosen up, guys. It's not that serious. So as I said, I'm in Newcastle for the Great City Games, and I'm kind of excited. I'm excited that, you know, my job is fun, period, but it's fun when I get to do things outside of the 400. That 400 last night in Brussels, man, I mean, I've run races that hurt more than that one, but the 400, I've been running it since I was 10 years old, and let me tell you, it still hurts. So that, I will say, when you learn how to run it correctly, it hurts less. And sometimes, ironically enough, the slower times hurt more than the faster times. It hurts more to run slow than it does fast. And I know to some people that won't make any sense, but my fellow track athletes out there know exactly what I mean. Sometimes it hurts more to hold back than just, you know, going out and giving it your all. So I'm gonna let this bake for a few seconds, and in the meantime, I'm gonna move on to my contour. So for my race day face isn't as beat as, say, my nighttime face would be. Nighttime, I would use cream. What's the word I'm looking for? Cream concealers or contour kits, and then I would go ahead and set it with the powder. But race day, I'm usually just trying to do something quickly, get out the door. So, and I don't want to look, I really think in my past life I was a drag queen, but for race day I don't really need to look like a drag queen. So I do what I consider very light makeup for race day, and then I swoop a little bit into the crease of my eyes. This kind of, I say it's a cheat because it gives me a little bit of depth, but without having to take the time of doing a full eyeshadow look. I'm actually not a fan of doing a lot of eyeshadow, believe it or not, as much makeup as people think I wear, because I really don't wear that much makeup. But I don't like doing eyeshadow. I really only do my eyeshadow for special occasions. But back to how much makeup I actually wear. I literally wear makeup for track meets and if I'm going somewhere special. But if you saw me just going to practice or just hanging out, I don't know why. Who told this Canon to stop recording? But as I was saying, in my hair video, I mentioned that I went through several haircuts before I finally found this one. And so when I was kind of going through that phase, I was like, I kind of look like a boy. Let me put some powder on my face. I wouldn't do a full face of makeup, but I did do just a little bit of powder, do my eyebrows. So I didn't use this in my last video, but this is like my favorite, mainly because it's gold. But this is also from Sweat Cosmetics, one of my sponsors. Hey girls. And it's a bronzer, so I'm just gonna take it in the hollows of my cheeks and just kind of go over that contour powder that I used before. And this just gives it just a little bit of shimmer and a little bit more depth. One of the reasons why I like Sweat Cosmetics, and well, obviously, first of all, it's made for athletes, which I'm sure most of you know. Sometimes I get the question, why am I even wearing makeup for track meets? Because, you know, we actually shouldn't be wearing makeup while we work out. But like I said, I don't wear makeup that often to where I'm worried about it. And I also make sure that I take very good care of my skin. I do believe that you can wear as much makeup as you want to, but if your skin underneath your makeup is not on point, that makeup is not going to be on point either. So that's tip number one. But back to Sweat Cosmetics, why I like Sweat so much is because number one, it is made for athletes. Number two, with my job, I spend 90% of my time in the sun. So the SPF is an added benefit. And then another trick, when you are taking pictures, nighttime pictures, you shouldn't use foundation or powder with SPF. Why? Because when your camera flashes, you get that ghost-like pasty look. But this doesn't do that. I don't know what they did so that it doesn't do that, but maybe because it is mineralized and it is a lot lighter than some of the other foundation setting powders you might use. But like I said, it doesn't give you that casket sharp look when the flash goes off. So there's several benefits to using Sweat Cosmetics. Now I'm gonna go in with my highlights. I like to look like a glitter ball. I kind of hope this trend doesn't go out of style anytime soon, because I really like highlighting. I do. I guess the term is strobing, whatever. It's highlighting contour. But I really like highlighting my cheekbones. Up a little bit. My Cupid's bow. I'm kind of doing my makeup all out of order today. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm talking. I'm not used to talking while I'm doing my makeup. But let me go back and finish my eyes. So because I wear fall, I need to re-up on my eyeliner. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get enough out. Thank God this is my last meet. Like I was saying, because I wear false lashes, which I get the individual extensions, I don't always, like if I were to just do a everyday face just running out look, I wouldn't necessarily do eyeliner. And honestly, when I first started getting my lashes done, it was so hard to work around them. That was another reason why I was just like, I don't need eyeliner. But the more and more I do it, like anything, the more and more I do them, I'm getting more comfortable. So I'm starting to wear more eyeliner on my upper lash. And I like to do a cat eye, because like I said, I was a drag queen in my past life. So I likes to be dramatic. So and the way I like to do it is small, slow strokes as close to the lash line as possible. I'm going to take it all the way in. And again, I have to kind of work around these falsies. And focus. I'm going to do the wing. I'm going to go pretty dramatic today, so I'm going to take it out pretty far. Done. Fill it in. And do the next eye. This eye is usually the harder eye for me, my left eye. I gotta get used to doing my makeup on camera. I feel like I'm making all kind of funny faces. I'm not used to anybody watching me do this stuff. Let's see, what else should I talk about? Oh, let me tell you guys about my plans for my off season. So usually for my off season, I usually don't want to do anything but stay home and spend time with my family, because as you see this eye, as you can imagine, let me shut up and fix this first, and then what was I saying now? I don't even remember. My brain is bad. Oh. So I don't usually like to travel in my off season because, as you can imagine, I spend most of the year living out of a suitcase. So the last thing I want to see when I get home is an airplane. So I usually fly back to my mom, spend some time with her, go back to Texas. I'm a loner as well. I like to spend alone time with myself. But this year, I planned a trip with some friends. I'm going to Thailand. So I'm pretty excited about that. Ooh, I need to get my eyebrows done. I've been doing some shopping that I really didn't need to do for bikinis and outfits and such, as you can imagine, because as you all well know, I will be flicking it up for the Grwm. But yeah, I don't know if I'm running my mouth too much or what, but I mean, I'm just trying to get my makeup done so I can go down. The track is just a walk down from the hotel, so I'm literally gonna walk down, start my warm up. I'm putting a little bit of bronzer on, not bronzer, blush. I put my blush on after I do my contour and highlight. It kind of brings the two colors together. So I need to blend my highlight out a little bit more. And voila. Sometimes if you feel like your contour or your highlight needs to blend out a little bit, or it's just too harsh, you can go back in with your setting powder and kind of just, and that'll help blend it out a little bit and take away some of the extraness. But y'all know I'm extra, so I don't want to take away too much of the extra. So now I'm gonna go back in. I'm rocking Rio again tonight. Oh my goodness! I just noticed I got foundation on my shirt. I knew I shouldn't have put this shirt on yet. Oh well. Brand new shirt too. I just took the tags off. But I love this stuff. Honestly, this summer I've been going between. I really only wear bright lips on the track. Any other time I'm in like a nude. I love nude lips. So actually both colors that I wore at the games were, let me stop talking before I mess this up too. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna let that coat dry before I put on the second coat. But both lipsticks that I wore at the games were actually Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I was wearing, of course, this pink that's called Rio. And then, I don't know where the other one is. The other one that I wore was actually called Ashton. And it was a nude. But that nude Ashton, I've been killing it all summer. I really like I really like Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks. Yes. So now it's time to set my face, and I use two setting sprays. I use MAC Fix Plus that I think everybody uses this. I've probably been using this since high school. Not high school because I wasn't allowed to wear makeup in high school, but college for sure. And then I also go in with Urban Decay's The Slick Makeup Setting Spray. And voila, my last step is my mascara. I do that last because I don't wear waterproof mascara, and I don't wear waterproof mascara because when I take off my makeup, I don't want to do a whole bunch of like extra work. I don't want bags and stuff under my eyes, nor do I want to create wrinkles and all of that stuff. So I just do regular mascara. And of course I don't do mascara on my falsies, only on my bottom lashes. And that's that. So I'm gonna get myself together here, make my way down this hill so I can go have my fun run, go run this 150 and get ready. So I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me. Maybe I'll do more depending on the response that I get from you guys. Let me know what type of videos you would like to see. I'm sure of it. Probably not. I can't promise how soon, but I will definitely do some of my workouts. I know people are interested. You can't just be interested in my hair and makeup. You can't. Like, that's not all that I do. But no, I would love to share some workout tips, maybe some ab circuits, whatever. Let me know what you want to see and I will do my best to get it up. In the meantime, I have to go run, so peace out. I didn't think I would manage to, but I managed to film a get ready with me video. Question is, when will it be loaded? Meanwhile, I'm walking down to the track. Holla at you guys. Leave it to me to be cutting it close and don't know where the heck I'm going. I hope I'm walking to the right place. And they told me to be somewhere at 210. It's 1:53. Mind you, when I got here, I was literally going off of like 3 hours of sleep. So I really wasn't even paying attention to where he was telling me to go. I just wanted to get upstairs to my room to lay down for a couple of hours before I had to get ready. But I see people. I think I found my way. and I hear music, so I have to. Yeah, I'm here. I'm good. Oh, don't trip. Here it is. This is where I'll be running. Street race, 150, just straight down the track, down the street.
Tomorrow morning with those tens of thousands of people lined up on that start line.
Why won't this be leave me alone? Oh.
My niggas millionaires, we gon' take it there, I swear. You gon' think a nigga psychic. You ain't seen nothing like this. I should probably copyright this.
Sydney Rollinder, who was the champion of Europe this year, taking the title that Tiffany Porter won in 2014, and she was a couple of spaces in.
Just like that, my season is over.
No, it's not. She's going to Paris to run tomorrow.
No, I'm not. I'm going to New York.
New York.
Oh yeah, about that. I got second and I ran 16:67, a PB. Poor girls. I was not running no 500. 106. That's pretty decent, especially to run half of it. More than half of it.
105.
They ran more than half of it on the street. I dang sure didn't want that 5. I'm a sprinter. I'm Snapchat, man. This is just some of the crowd. I should have Snapchatted them earlier. Or I did, actually. Made a Nando's run. 10 wings, 5 in French fries. No shame in my game. This is what the off season looks like.